Welcome, foodies and fearless flavor explorers, to the most chaotic cooking show to this side of the frying pan. Before we dive into sizzling pork, crunchy string beans, and aromatic greatness, let's clear one thing up. The cook of this show? Not a chef, no, just a culinary daredevil pretending to know what they're doing. Think of me as the kitchen version of an action hero taking risks, flipping pans, and occasionally burning toast, but always delivering food that'll make your taste buds cheer. So buckle up for laughter, mouth-watering aromas, and possibly questionable knife skills. This isn't your typical cooking show, it's a wild ride of hilarity, flavor, and pretending to be Gordon Ramsay while absolutely not being Gordon Ramsay. Ready to spice things up? Let's cook, laugh, and savor the madness together. Effortless string bean cooking, quick, simple, and delicious. First, grab those fresh string beans and a sharp knife. It's time to master the art of the old school cut. Start slicing the beans into small pieces, about ½ an inch or1/3 of an inch long. Sure, it takes time. Each snip feels like crafting a tiny masterpiece, but this is no ordinary prep. It's a culinary ritual that preserves not just the crunch, but the very soul of the string bean. Think of it as a tribute to the flavor gods, and yes, the effort is totally worth it. These days, though, the modern approach in street food stalls and carinderias leans toward cutting the beans longer to save time. While practical, it comes at a cost. Longer cuts mean longer cooking times, and too often, overcooked beans that lose their fresh snap and vibrant taste. The dish just isn't the same. The beans become limp, and their flavor fades into the background. The old method, though, it's a labor of love. Those smaller pieces cook quicker, retain their crunch, and bring a burst of flavor to every bite. The result is a dish that's not just delicious, but nostalgic, a reminder of the care and precision that go into making food truly memorable. So take your time, embrace the charm of tradition, and let each slice tell a story. In the end, you'll have a dish that's as crunchy and flavorful as it is timeless. Alright, let's focus on prepping these flavorful heroes: onions and garlic. Start with the onion. Peel off the skin, making sure to remove any stubborn bits that cling on like they're auditioning for a spot in the dish. Once peeled, rinse it under running water to remove any residue and ensure it's fresh and ready to go. Then slice it evenly, whether you want fine dice for a delicate blend or slightly thicker slices for a bolder presence. It's your call. First, grab your onion like the fearless chef you are. Peel off that stubborn skin. It's clinging on like it's auditioning for a reality show. Rinse it under water, let it know its spotlight moment is coming, and slice it into submission. Whether it's fine dice or bold slices, you're the boss here. Show that onion who's in charge. If you find yourself tearing up, remember, that's not just onion vapors, it's your inner chef shedding tears of joy. Next, tackle the garlic. Those cloves are sneaky little ninjas in their papery armor, but you've got the ultimate garlic crushing move. Bam, the skin peels off, and you're left with flavor-packed perfection. Rinse them, mince them, or slice them, whatever your garlic game plan is. Make it dramatic enough to deserve a slow-mo montage. Now step back and admire your work. You've just prepped onions and garlic with the precision of a culinary ninja and the charm of a food comedian. But no cooking yet. Let these fragrant warriors wait until the next act. Their moment in the sizzling spotlight is coming, and oh, it's going to be legendary. Alright, it's time to pre-cook the ground pork, where raw meets the sizzle, and flavor starts its journey to greatness. Toss that ground pork into a hot pan like it's auditioning for the role of main character in your culinary masterpiece. Listen to the satisfying sizzle. It hits the heat music to a hungry cook's ears. Stir it around with the confidence of a chef on a cooking show, saying things like,
"And here we have our ground pork, browning to perfection."
As the pork cooks, watch it change from pale and shy to golden brown and bold, like it's finally found its place in the world. Don't forget to break up the chunks. No pork cliques allowed in this pan. And while you're at it, give it a little pep talk. You're doing amazing, sweetie. You're the foundation of greatness. You've done it. You've taken humble, unassuming ground pork and turned it into a sizzling, golden superstar. Not just a superstar, it's the Beyoncé of the pan, strutting its juicy confidence like it's headlining a world tour. And guess what? It's about to form the ultimate culinary boy band. Joining this savory sensation are its flavor-packed backup dancers, the sassy onions, the bold garlic, the smooth, silky crooner known as oyster sauce, and the dynamic duo, salt and MSG, the secret agents of umami explosions. As the pork takes center stage, it's practically shouting, "Who's ready to get saucy?" The garlic jumps in with its zesty one-liners. The onions start singing their sweet and savory harmony, and the oyster sauce dramatically drizzles onto the scene like it's auditioning for a romance drama. Meanwhile, salt and MSG casually slip in, saying, "Don't worry, we've got the flavor chemistry covered." Together, they're creating a dish so irresistible, it might break the internet or at least the hunger pangs of everyone in your kitchen. This isn't just cooking, it's a full-blown flavor festival. Brace yourself for the encore, chef, because this dish is about to steal the show and leave taste buds screaming, "We want more! Bravo, you kitchen rock star!" It's showtime, folks, the moment we've all been waiting for. Enter the final performer of this flavor-packed extravaganza, the string beans. Cue the spotlight as these green, crunchy divas take the stage, ready to bring the house down with their vibrant color, undeniable snap, and vegetable superstar charisma. Toss those beans into the pan like they're parachuting into a battlefield of sizzling pork, onions, garlic, and oyster sauce. The pani rubs into a symphony of sounds, crackles, pops, and that glorious hiss of veggies meeting heat. It's like a rock concert in your kitchen, and the string beans are shredding their imaginary guitars. "We were born to crunch," they seem to declare. As you stir the dish with the precision of a master conductor, the beans start to soften just slightly because these performers don't do soggy. They stay crisp and full of attitude, like the cool kids at a flavor party. The aroma wafting from the pan is so enticing. Even your neighbors are probably wondering if they can crash the meal. Finally, as the beans soak up the saucy magic, the dish reaches its crescendo, a masterpiece of savory, crunchy, saucy perfection. You step back and admire your work. It's not just food, it's a culinary blockbuster. Somewhere, a string bean-shaped award is being engraved with your name. Bravo, chef! You've turned a simple meal into a laugh-out-loud adventure that's as delicious as it is unforgettable. Now, grab a plate, because this dish isn't waiting, it's ready to steal the show. Alright, foodies and flavor enthusiasts, it's time to bring the heat. If this dish made you laugh, crave string beans, or believe ground pork deserves its own Grammy, don't keep this masterpiece to yourself. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more kitchen hilarity and epic culinary tales that'll have you smiling while your stomach growls. Got your own hilarious cooking adventures? Did your garlic rebel against the chopping board, or your onions make you cry like you were watching a rom-com? Drop your stories in the comments, I need to hear them. Remember, every dish has a story, and every story is better with a pinch of humor. Let's keep cooking, laughing, and enjoying life's flavorful chaos together. You don't want to miss what's sizzling next.